association. We are giving a series of talks in different languages, in French, in German and in English, about bone marrow donors. Mark has kindly accepted to give the talk in English, so we have to thank Mark for his kindness. You have the floor.
You can start. What is bone marrow? We should differentiate between bone marrow and spinal cord, but as you can see, the difference is evident in the name if we talk in English. The spinal cord, as you can understand, is the cord that transmits our nerve impulses along the spinal canal. The bone marrow is a substance found inside our bones. There are two types of bone marrow. Yellow bone marrow, which is an adipose tissue located in the medullary cavity of long bones, such as the femur of humerus. Red bone marrow is found mainly in the flat bones, such as the pelvis, sternum, cranium, ribs, and it's the one with the hematopoietic function. This function is essential for life, and we are going to explain why. The hematopoietic function is in charge of making hematopoietic stem cells. HSC. To cut a long story short, HSC gives rise to all the other blood cells. HSCs are also called blood mother cells. The names of these illnesses are the name of these illnesses are complicated enough in Spanish, so we didn't translate them. There is a large number of blood and bone marrow related illnesses, many of which can be treated with drugs. Some other need a bone marrow transplant in order to cure them. We could say that the bone marrow is in charge of producing blood, and sometimes, like any other part of our body, it has a malfunction that requires a transplant. We are going to explain the different processes to donate bone marrow, although more accurately, we might say that we only donate HSCs, those blood mother cells we talked about before. Bone marrow harvest. The stem cells are directly removed from the red marrow in the iliac crest. As general anesthesia is required, the process could be a bit scary, but it is minimally invasive and does not require stitches. Depending on the donor's health and reaction to the procedure, the actual harvesting only requires 1-2 days of recovery in hospital. As we can see in the video, the donor is anesthetized and 2 punctures are made to reach the iliac crest bone marrow. HSCs are extracted with special syringes and placed afterwards in recipients for the adequate conservation, analysis and transport. Apheresis. This process is similar to the dialysis carried out of people with kidney illnesses. 4 days before the extraction, certain drugs are administered to the donor to stimulate the release of stem cells from the bone marrow to the circulating blood. The extraction takes 3 or 4 hours. A machine is connected to the donor's arm to extract blood, filter the HSCs, and later return the blood to her body. Umbilical cord donation. Umbilical cord blood is rich in stem cells, and after the birth, unless we have previously given instructions in order to have the donation kit ready, the cord will be thrown out and the content lost. The child doesn't suffer any damage in this procedure. It is while the cord is still connected to the placenta that the procedure, which we can see in the video, is done. It consists of 2 punctures in the cord to extract the blood. Occasionally, some blood can be obtained from the placenta when it is removed from the mother. It is vital to insist on how positive this kind of donation is. Neither child or mother are harmed in the process, and if for any reason there are not enough cells for a transplant, they will be used for investigation. Only the mother's consent is needed. Who can become a donor? Every healthy person between 18 and 55 years old. They just need to agree providing their personal data, address, brief clinical history, telephone number, and a blood sample for tissue typing, HLA typing. Once all these requisites are fulfilled, the donor is incorporated into the Red Book, the Red Española de Donantes de Médula. HSC donation is anonymous, except in interrelative cases. It is also altruistic, and you only need to donate it when you are required to, if your type is compatible with some patient. Only 1 in 40,000 people is compatible with you. The chances are low, so we need as many donors as we can get. Where in the province of Cádiz can I register as a donor? In the blood donation unit of the University Hospital Puerta del Mar, Cádiz, in the CRTS, Centro Regional de Transfusiones Sanguíneas de Jerez, and in the Hospital of La Línea. You can also check the Fundación Carreras contra la Leucemia website for more information. The process of transplant is very simple. It involves the infusion of HSCs extracted from a healthy donor to the patient. It is a drip, so no surgical intervention is needed. 443 bone marrow transplants were carried out in Spain during 2012. The bone marrow was obtained in the following ways: 19 from bone marrow harvest, 246 from apheresis, 107 from umbilical cord donation. Apheresis in the way most of the extractions are done, 55% of the total. Here are some websites you can check out to find out about the process, to get more information, or to ask about a particular query about more bone marrow donation. Fundación Carreras website and Pelones Peleones website. Why have we prepared this presentation? 500 more cases of leukemia are diagnosed in Spain every year. A large number of them, depending on the type of leukemia, require a bone marrow transplant. Nowadays, Redmo only have 107,003 registered donors. There is an ongoing plan estratégico de donación de médula ósea that aims to double the numbers of donors in 4 years. We are trying to make people aware of how important it is to collaborate with this kind of donation. All these people have needed a transplant. One of them is Raúl, the son of a student of this school, Pablo. He was diagnosed with acute myeloid leukemia when he was 3.5 years old. He was able to recover from it thanks to an anonymous donor. Today, Raúl is 8 years old and also 4 because he was born again when he got his transplant. Quoting Martin Luther King, "If I help one person to have hope, I shall not live in vain." That's the reason why Pablo offered his presentation to the association. That's the reason why the association got involved in its translation with the help of some teachers. That's the reason why the official school of languages of San Fernando offered all their help to make this speech possible. Thank you very much.